Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. Rumors are swirling around the NFL universe, sparking excitement and speculation among fans and analysts alike. The latest buzz involves linebacker Devin Lloyd, who according to insiders is on the verge of leaving the Jacksonville Jaguars to join the Washington Commanders. This potential move is creating a huge stir because it could completely transform the Commanders' front seven, an area of the team that has shown flashes but has yet to reach its full potential. Devin Lloyd, known for his relentless motor and impressive tackling ability, has been a standout since entering the league. His departure from Jacksonville would be a significant shakeup for the Jaguars' defensive unit, but for the Commanders, it represents a golden opportunity to reinforce their defense with a young, dynamic player capable of changing the momentum of games. The whispers suggest that the Commanders are eager to bring Lloyd into their system, hoping he can become the cornerstone of their linebacker core and elevate the team's overall defensive prowess. Fans are buzzing, imagining how Lloyd's speed, instincts, and versatility could revitalize Washington's defense, turning it into a formidable force. This potential acquisition could signify the Commanders' commitment to retooling their defense and aiming for a breakthrough season. Whether this rumor will materialize into a trade or signing remains to be seen, but it's definitely one to watch closely as the offseason unfolds. The NFL community is eager for updates, knowing this move could reshape the defensive landscape in the league. Speculation intensifies when considering the implications of Devin Lloyd's rumored departure from Jacksonville. If he does indeed leave the Jaguars, it would leave a considerable gap in their defensive scheme, as Lloyd has been an instrumental player in their front seven, contributing significantly to their pass rush and run defense. His ability to cover tight ends and running backs alike makes him an incredibly valuable asset, and losing him could force Jacksonville to rethink their defensive strategy or seek replacements in free agency or the draft. Meanwhile, Washington appears to be positioning itself as a prime destination for Lloyd, given their need to bolster a front seven that has been inconsistent in recent seasons. The Commanders' defensive coordinator reportedly views Lloyd as a perfect fit for their aggressive hybrid defense, one that demands versatility and speed. This potential signing would not only address immediate defensive needs, but also signal Washington's ambition to build a defense capable of contending against high-powered offenses in their division and beyond. The Commanders' front seven has long been seen as an area ripe for improvement, and Lloyd's arrival could provide the spark needed to turn the unit into a defensive juggernaut. This rumor has already energized the fan base, who are hopeful that Lloyd could become a foundational piece for years to come. The ripple effects of such a move would be felt throughout the league, raising questions about defensive alignments and strategies across multiple teams. The buzz around Devin Lloyd's potential move to Washington has brought fresh excitement to a fan base eager for change. The Commanders, after years of mixed results on defense, are rumored to be aggressively pursuing Lloyd as part of a broader strategy to reinvent their front seven. This suggests a shift in philosophy, possibly embracing a more aggressive, speed-oriented defensive approach. Lloyd's skill set fits perfectly with his vision. His combination of size, speed, and football IQ allows him to excel in multiple roles, from blitzing the quarterback to dropping back into coverage. The Commanders could be planning to build a defense around his versatility, using him as a centerpiece to disrupt opposing offenses. Reports indicate that the team's coaching staff has been in close contact with Lloyd's camp, highlighting the seriousness of their interest. While nothing is finalized, the atmosphere within Washington's front office seems charged with optimism, with insiders believing that Lloyd could be a game changer. If the rumors come true, the Commanders would be signaling to the league that they are not merely rebuilding, but actively shaping a competitive modern defense. Fans and analysts are now eagerly waiting for official confirmation, ready to dissect how Lloyd's presence might influence play calling, formations, and overall team dynamics. As the offseason progresses, the speculation surrounding Devin Lloyd's possible transition to the Commanders continues to grow louder. Analysts are breaking down tape and comparing how Lloyd's skill set could mesh with Washington's defensive scheme, projecting that his impact might be immediate and profound. The Commanders have struggled at times to generate consistent pressure and effectively cover tight ends and running backs' weaknesses that Lloyd's arrival could help mitigate. His ability to read plays quickly and react with speed allows him to make tackles behind the line of scrimmage and force turnovers, traits that are highly coveted in today's fast-paced NFL. Furthermore, the Commanders' defensive front has lacked a true playmaker at linebacker, someone who can influence the game on every snap. Devin Lloyd fits this profile perfectly. If this rumor holds water, we could see a defensive renaissance in Washington with Lloyd as the catalyst. This move would also send a message to the rest of the league about the Commanders' intent to compete at the highest level. The ongoing chatter in NFL circles reflects the anticipation surrounding the move, with fans eager to see how this addition would translate on the field. Whether through trades, free agency, or other channels, the Commanders seem poised to make a statement with their front seven, and Lloyd could be at the heart of that transformation. The possibility of Devin Lloyd joining the Commanders is also stirring discussions about the strategic ramifications for both teams involved. For Jacksonville, losing Lloyd would necessitate a reconfiguration of their defensive roster, likely pushing other players into larger roles and increasing pressure on the front office to find adequate replacements. This could open the door for draft picks or free agent signings aimed at patching the hole left by Lloyd's departure. For Washington, the acquisition would represent a major coup, bolstering a defense that has faced criticism for inconsistency and missed opportunities. Lloyd's youth and upside would align well with the Commanders' broader rebuilding timeline, providing a foundation upon which to build a competitive unit. The front seven is a critical component of any NFL defense, responsible not only for stopping the run, but also for generating pressure that can alter the course of games. By potentially securing Lloyd, Washington will be addressing a long-standing need and setting themselves up for greater defensive success. This rumor has ignited a wave of excitement across social media, with fans debating the potential impacts and speculating on how the coaching staff might utilize Lloyd's diverse talents. It's clear that if this move comes to fruition, it will be a defining moment for the Commanders' defensive identity going forward. In the midst of all this, some experts are highlighting the personal growth and development potential for Devin Lloyd if he were to join the Commanders. The team's defensive scheme and coaching staff could provide the perfect environment for Lloyd to elevate his game to new heights. Known for his work ethic and football intelligence, Lloyd could thrive under a coaching system that emphasizes speed, adaptability, and aggressive playmaking. The Commanders have a history of developing young defensive talent, and Lloyd's addition would complement this trend, potentially turning him into one of the league's premier linebackers. This scenario paints a picture not only of a team gaining a key player, but also of a player stepping into a situation that maximizes his abilities. For Lloyd, this move could represent a career-defining opportunity to lead a defense and become a face of the franchise. The potential synergy between player and team is part of what makes this rumor so tantalizing, suggesting a win-win situation. Fans are eager to see if the Commanders will make a formal push to acquire Lloyd and how the player's presence might elevate the team's overall performance in the upcoming season. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. Adding fuel to the fire reports indicate that Devin Lloyd's camp has been exploring multiple options during this offseason, keeping doors open while weighing the best fit for his career trajectory. While Jacksonville has been a solid start to his professional journey, the allure of a fresh challenge in Washington could be appealing, especially if the Commanders present a vision of immediate impact and growth. Sources hint that discussions between the two teams have been constructive, with negotiations focusing on what it would take to facilitate a trade or free agent signing. The intrigue around this potential move is not just about on-field performance, but also about the culture and leadership roles Lloyd might assume in Washington. The Commanders are reportedly looking for players who can not only perform, but also help shape the locker room environment and set a tone for a winning culture. Lloyd's competitive spirit and professionalism could align well with this goal, making him an attractive target. The ongoing rumor mill suggests that both sides are keen on finding a deal that benefits all parties involved. But the final outcome remains uncertain. Fans and commentators are closely monitoring the situation, ready to react as soon as any official word is released. Meanwhile, Washington's front seven has shown glimpses of potential, but has been hampered by injuries and inconsistency, which makes the prospect of adding a player like Devin Lloyd even more tantalizing. The team's defensive front has lacked a consistent force capable of commanding double teams or frequently disrupting opposing quarterbacks. Lloyd's arrival could change that dynamic, allowing other defenders to thrive by diverting attention and creating more opportunities for pressure and turnovers. His presence might also enable the Commanders to diversify their defensive schemes, incorporating more blitz packages and coverage disguises that take advantage of his versatility. This could create a more unpredictable and aggressive defense, something that fans and coaches alike crave. The rumor has also sparked debate about how Lloyd would fit alongside other defensive stars in Washington, with some suggesting he could form a formidable trio or quartet that would make the Commanders a nightmare for opposing offenses. The strategic possibilities are vast, and the excitement around this potential signing reflects a broader optimism about the team's future direction. For Washington, acquiring Lloyd could be the missing piece that propels their defense into elite status. Another angle fueling the rumors is the financial aspect, with insiders suggesting that the Commanders are preparing a competitive contract offer that reflects Lloyd's value without compromising their salary cap flexibility. Managing cap space is a delicate balancing act, especially for teams looking to improve quickly while maintaining long-term sustainability. The Commanders appear willing to invest in Lloyd as a key defensive asset, signaling their belief in his ability to deliver consistent high-level performance. This willingness to commit resources adds credibility to the rumors, as it demonstrates the franchise's seriousness about reshaping their defense. The potential contract could also include incentives and bonuses tied to performance, motivating Lloyd to reach new heights. Financial terms are often a major hurdle in negotiations, so the news that Washington is prepared to meet Lloyd's expectations makes the possibility of this move more tangible. Fans are watching closely, knowing that successful contract talks could fast-track this acquisition and lead to an exciting new chapter for the Commanders' defense. The chatter around this rumor has also led to speculation about how Devin Lloyd's style of play might influence the team's defensive philosophy. Known for his aggressive pursuit and ability to read the quarterback's intentions, Lloyd could inspire the Commanders to adopt a more aggressive approach, focusing on creating pressure and forcing turnovers. This would represent a shift from a more conservative, reactive defense to one that actively dictates the pace of the game. Coaches might tailor their game plans to maximize Lloyd's strengths, employing more zone blitzes and creative coverage schemes that confuse offenses. This evolution in philosophy could have a ripple effect throughout the roster, with other defenders stepping up to match the intensity and urgency that Lloyd brings. The potential for this kind of transformation is exciting for fans and analysts who crave innovation and dynamism on defense. The rumor has injected new energy into discussions about Washington's defensive future, sparking hope that the team is on the cusp of a breakthrough season with Lloyd at the helm of the front seven. Lastly, the ongoing rumor about Devin Lloyd's possible arrival in Washington has also sparked broader conversations about a Commander's overall strategy in building a championship caliber team. Adding a player of Lloyd's caliber would signal a clear commitment to strengthening the defense as a priority, balancing the team's offensive and defensive capabilities. This move could complement recent roster decisions and draft picks aimed at creating a well-rounded squad capable of competing in a tough NFC East. The front seven has often been the missing ingredient for the Commanders, and Lloyd's arrival might finally provide the leadership and skill necessary to close that gap. Fans and pundits alike are now speculating on how this acquisition could impact the team's playoff prospects and long-term outlook. The rumor has also fueled excitement about the upcoming season, with many believing that the Commanders could be dark horse contenders if this move materializes. As the offseason unfolds, all eyes will remain on Washington and Devin Lloyd, eagerly awaiting confirmation of what could be one of the most impactful defensive additions in recent years. The NFL world is watching closely, knowing that the ripple effects of this rumor could shape the league's defensive landscape for seasons to come. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.